Okay, hello everyone. I'm Stacy.
I'm Nick.
Yeah, so today we are glad again that Master Yo Kun Yong from Arts of Living Bright is joining us today to talk about career resiliency. I know you guys have heard a lot or even attended seminar, but what Kun Yong is actually his course is all about is actually very holistic per se. So let him share some tips with you and you can actually judge it for yourself. Okay, so let's without further ado, let's invite Kun Leong from Arts of Living Bright on board with us. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Good afternoon. Thanks for inviting me to your show.
Our pleasure.
Okay, so we're talking about career resilience.
Yes.
All right. So what started me to come up with this kind of career resilience topic and subsequently the workshop is because I realized that people around us have been telling us or telling people to be resilient. But yet at the same time, they rarely tells you what to do. They rarely tells you the real advice and how to do it, what to do it. So in the end, what happened was that it left many people with more questions than answers lah. All right. So this is why I come up with this career resiliency topic, built upon the techniques of eating. All right.
Okay. So maybe you can just again share with us what is eating.
Okay, I Ching is actually a collection of information, or rather in a simple terms, it's actually ancient science of nature. So anything about nature, the universe, how the nature operates and works, and how we human and many other living things live in relation to nature are all recorded inside this text called I Ching. So if let's say we know how to use the technique and the concept that is inside this I Ching, we are actually in a line with the universe, how they live theirs lah. Okay.
Okay.
So so there are many powerful and helpful tricks and hacks that it can be found in I Ching that can help us in many ways of our life. And one of the most important is career resiliency.
Okay. So what is career resiliency to you?
Yeah,
How would
exactly.
you explain it?
When I started out with this one, I Google for a lot of what is a true blue kind of definition for career resiliency. In fact, there are many. You can Google. There are plenty of different definitions. I'm not saying all which one is right, which one is wrong. They have their own truth in it, in their own definition. Okay, but the one that's closer to my heart is this definition, that career resilience involves limiting damage during turbulent times like now COVID-19. It's been about a year since COVID-19 hit us, and also career resilience is also about absorbing hard knocks, right? And then once you get the hard knocks, how can you regroup and how can you bounce back even stronger when the worst happens? I think a lot of us are experiencing this right now, especially this year 2020 with COVID-19. Okay, so career resiliency, if you are able to build out your career resiliency, these are the few areas that can help you tremendously when the worst happens. And on the same token, inside I Ching, there are many tricks and hacks that we can use to build all these things. So that is why I'm sharing this part of the knowledge that I know for those who really are keen to know more about building career resiliency for themselves using I Ching techniques.
Okay, but it seems like you provided a very clear and concise definition of what career resiliency is to you. But I'm just wondering, it seems that you need like preparation. And let's say someone is not prepared, and right now in the midst of this kind of crisis and pandemic, how is it going to help them, to bounce back if they did not prepare themselves in the first place?
Okay, I will split this group of people into two groups lah. So the first group is they have been preparing themselves all this while, even before COVID-19, right? So the other group are those who did not do anything and live happy-go-lucky, that kind of things. When things come, then they'll decide what to do next. Things. There are two groups lah. Basically, two groups. So talk about the first group first, where they've been preparing themselves, building career resiliency for themselves and things like that. When things happen like COVID-19, whereby every companies are facing the danger of closing down, or
Yes.
unable to pay the staff, or having to retrench the staff and things like that. Now this group of people who have been preparing themselves, they know what they're up to. They are able to know how to limit damages during this kind of crisis situation.
Okay.
All right, and they are able to bounce back faster and stronger. So if you look at, for example, we talk about companies, even organization, they should also do their own corporate resiliency. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, corporate resiliency. Yeah, but of course, in some standard terms, they call it a business continuity plan. How can you continue business during crisis? Okay. So
But do you think
if you apply, yes.
sorry to interrupt, but I mean, do you think presently they are using eating hacks within this contingency plan, or you think it's very generic still?
You mean for the organization
Yeah,
or for
probably.
the
I mean, those that you
individuals?
know, lah. Individual and
Okay,
organization.
okay. Some they may know a bit of eating hacks, that tricks and techniques. They will use it for sure. Okay, this is for sure. Since they know it, they might as well use it. Things like that. For those who don't know it, when they do whatever they could do to help build their own career resiliency, they might unknowingly already apply some of the eating techniques. Because eating is about nature, about universe, about things that is natural. So
Yes.
you may already be doing certain things that's already a part of the nature, and if nobody points out to you that this is part of eating techniques, you might not know, but you may be unknowingly doing it already.
So would you
Okay.
group these people as people with higher frequency?
Yes,
Like
in a way, yes. I
yeah.
agree. They could be of a higher frequency, whereby they are already in the kind of situation whereby their higher frequency will guide them to say, hey, let's pick up career resiliency for yourself. Let's do this, let's do that. Prepare yourself for the worst. Things like that. So this is the first group of people that they are already preparing themselves. Now there won't be a point whereby anybody who call themselves fully prepared.
Yes.
No such thing. No such thing as called fully prepared. Okay, but they can call themselves prepared, but not fully prepared. Okay,
Okay.
because every time when a crisis comes, it's always a new crisis.
Okay.
All right, so it's always different from the previous crisis. All right, so even for now, COVID-19 is although it's a pandemic, but it's a different form of pandemic compared to what we have experienced in 2003. Okay, SARS.
Okay.
So this is the first group of people. Now the second group of people is that they did not do anything at all. They just go happy, go lucky with their life, or they may want to do but they don't know what to do. This could be the second group. So for those, when the worst thing hits, I think a lot of time they may get into the demotivated and go into very low energy, low vibes kind of mode, and then they will get demoralized as time goes by. For example, if they get retrenched and they couldn't find job, they'll get more and more demoralized day by day, up to a point whereby they may be thinking of ending their life. I've known clients like this because they thought that they could not find a way out. Now this is not career resilient already, because this one, they don't know how to limit damage, they don't know how to absorb the hard knocks, and they don't know how to regroup, and definitely they find that they have no way of rebounding back.
Okay.
Okay.
So having said that, I think in even during this crisis and pandemic, we have seen people like even pilots, for example, like on Facebook, you see they lose their job because their industry is hit the hardest, but they bounce back by pursuing their passion that they wanted to do for a long, long time to come and didn't get a chance to do it. And do
Exactly.
you think do you call that career resiliency?
Yes, I'll call that a partial career resiliency. For some of those, we may not know them personally, but for those, they may already have this preparation and planning.
Okay.
All right, to say that one day I will do this if I have the time and the money. So they may have already been building up their funds. They may have already been building up their business plan, things like that. Okay, or building up their skills, their baking skills, for example, their cooking skills, culinary skills. So all these are preparation that they have done beforehand, before the crisis even happened. So I would say all these are part of career resiliency. That means doing small things each time, building yourself up for the crisis.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. Now, if I may add on, for the second group, whereby they have not built up their career resiliency, and they find that things have hit them right now in this year 2020. For example, pay cut, retrenchment, or if you're running your own business, your business is running into some financial trouble because of COVID-19. Now, my message to this group of people is that it's never too late, okay, to build your career resiliency, even right now.
Never too late.
Never
Okay.
Never too late. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you can share with us how to even take the first step, for example. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Good. This is what I'm intending to do too.
Mm.
Okay. So today, since we are online now, I will share one powerful eating life hack that anyone and everyone can easily do even today. Right now, after this talk show, you can go ahead and do it. And this is exactly the life hack that I shared during my annual seminar. 1 month back. Okay. So I'm going to share it with you and the audience today also.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I call this guard your job against volatility. Yeah. So especially for the second group, for the second group, if you are on the brink of having job retrenchment or maybe job loss, pay cut, and things like that, sometimes if let's say your company has been spreading news to say that there could be a retrenchment exercise, and you are worried that you may be one in the list to go, okay, and you don't want to go because you're the breadwinner. So my advice to you is pay more attention to this part here, this life hack.
Okay.
Okay. So now, right now, because of COVID-19, most of us are being forced to work from home. And because of phase 2 and we're going to phase 3, we have been working in a hybrid manner, 50% from home, 50% from the office workplace. Now, with the phase 3 coming in, I don't know what's going to be the direction yet, but I believe it still won't be 100% workplace. This is what I believe. I may be wrong, but this is what I believe. So that means there could be a fair chance that you still could be spending considerable time working from home. Now, we noted that at the workplace, your work desk, you don't have full control over where you want to sit, how your desk is going to look like. That one, we fully agree, we don't have full control. But at least when you're working from home, that part is where you have full control. So my message to you is make full use of it, because this is the portion that you can control. So you don't let things that you can't control, okay, stop you from doing things that you can control.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Just now, did I interrupt you? I think you're asking a question, right?
Oh, no, we didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, no, okay. So, of course, working from home, WFH presents two major challenges. I think most of us can share even more. Is that number one, it effectively blur the line between work and home life. That means even though it's 5:30, you still be on your laptop doing your work, things like that. Okay, so there's one part here. And the second part is that because people are working from home already, so it cut off a lot of stimulating social interaction between your colleagues, your boss, and your staff, if you have staff reporting to you. So a lot of things goes virtually, go online, WhatsApp, email, virtual meeting, things like that. But I would say that eating always tells us there's always two sides to everything. So this could be the challenges, but there's one opportunity, one very rare opportunity that we should leverage on is this one. Because we work from home, we get to choose how our work desk is going to be like. That is where that gives you the 100% control. and we should fully make use of it lah. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So based on my experience and based on what my clients and students have been sharing with me, their workplace from home, typically I can just show you there are various patterns of work desk lah. Various patterns they can see on the slide here. So most people will be like A, B, C, D kind of layout lah. But there are also another group that is, their layout working from home is like E, F, G, H, I. Very cozy, very enjoyable, like sitting on the, beach chair, G,
Yeah.
or on a bean bag like H, things like that. Now, I'm sure if you're looking at this talk show right now, looking at this slide right now, I think you can resonate which one of the layout is yours lah. All right, so I'm going to share with you today one eating hack, how to improve, your gut against job volatility lah.
So one of the ways is having a good placement of your work desk, correct?
Work desk, that's right. This is very important. Okay, so having said that, given a choice, if you can have control over how your work desk look like at home, I would like you to find a corner, with a solid backing behind you, like A and B.
Okay.
Or like yours, right,
Behind
Master
you,
Yo?
yes, of course, like
Brick wall. Okay.
brick wall, very solid. Okay, so it's like A or B lah. We don't want C, we don't want D. Okay, we don't want C, we don't want D. E, H, G, H, I will depend on what's behind where you sit.
Sure.
Okay.
If you're sitting on the floor like E, but your back is a solid wall, it's still fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. But if let's say you're sitting like G, and your back is a door, then it's no go because it's not a solid wall. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So one simple rule, simple life hack, is find a solid wall, sit with that wall behind you lah.
So what does this wall represent or can represent?
Okay. Now in Chinese phrase, have you heard of this word called 贵人? Mentors, loosely translated into English called mentors. All right. So if you have a solid wall, you have 贵人.
Okay.
All right. So conversely, if you don't have a solid wall behind, what does it mean?
没有贵人哦。
No support. No guidance.
Exactly. No support, no 贵人, no guidance, or no help. Now, for us working adults, it's very. I think you all will know it lah. If you have been working long enough, that 贵人 in our career life path is very, very important.
Yeah.
If you
Makes it
really want to,
in the
if you really want to climb up the corporate ladder, or at least have a smoother career path then 贵人 is very important because you need your boss to recommend you for promotion.
yeah.
Right? So if your boss is not giving you that kind of
to
support,
approve your leave and everything else. Yeah, that's true.
True, right? So if your boss is not going to give you the extra hand to push you, that means the wall to give you the backing, then if let's say the management has to decide who should be promoted next between you and your colleagues next door, because you don't have a backing behind, then you probably won't be in the list for consideration. You get my point? Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Now, having said that, you should find a solid backing behind you. Okay. Most people will show me A and B lah. Most people will show me this one this backing. I want to stress further is that given a choice again, go for the ladies setup. That means the one on the right. Okay, the one on the right, the lady setup. The guy where I put a cross there. Although you have a solid backing behind, but there's a window behind the guy. Okay, window. When you look out, you see birds flying across. Maybe you see aeroplane flying across, or you can see when you look down, you see people walking. That create movement. When we want solid wall, we want things to be no movement. We want your back to have no movement at all. Okay,
But-
so window
Sorry,
is a
Master.
no-no. Yes.
Some things we cannot change, like
Right.
like the window. We cannot remove the window. So what can we do?
Okay. Now, first of all, if let's say you have a space at home, something similar to this slide,
Mm-hmm.
whereby you have a longer wall, one part is the window, one part is the wall, then I'll suggest you shift your desk to the wall part lah. That's number one.
Yeah.
Okay, number one, if you can, shift your desk to the wall part. Avoid the window.
Okay.
Number two, if let's say your space is limited and all you have is only that window part, then my suggestion to you is to put a curtain or a blind, cover up the window. And
Okay.
each time when you sit there to work, make sure the window or the blind is closed up.
Okay, so that the window or blind will act as a buffer at least,
As a
right?
buffer. Having that as a buffer, although it's not as strong as a solid wall, but it's much, much better than an open window.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so like I say, if you have a choice, always go for the ladies setup, whereby behind you is a full solid concrete wall, no movement at all.
Yes. Sure.
Right?
Okay.
Now to move on further, to stress further, now even though sometimes when I tell my clients and students that hey, you need a solid wall behind, they can come up with a lot of different patterns. Right.
Okay.
Unknowingly.
Unknowingly, that's right, unknowingly. I cannot blame them because when I say solid wall, I didn't specify until very fine details. So I'll make use of this opportunity now to show you what are the various patterns that I come across. Now, there are typically, most commonly seen layouts are A, B, C, D, E, F. And all
Okay.
these six, I would rather say best is not to have this kind of layout, even though there are solid wall behind you.
Okay.
Now, can you tell me anything wrong with A? It looks okay, right?
There's a
Yeah.
lot of clocks. Three clocks
Clocks.
actually. Yeah.
Three
Yeah.
clocks, okay? And clocks we know are moving. They have moving hands. So moving hands also means moving movement. So that is where we say okay, no movement. So clocks behind, no. All right, but photos and pictures and bookshelf is still fine. But when it comes to photos, be careful what goes inside the photos. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll leave it. We'll leave the photo later on. We'll talk about photos. But right now for A is no clock behind.
O'clock.
For
Okay.
no clock behind. For B, anything wrong? I think
The window.
I mentioned that. Yeah, the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
The window is a no. If you have no choice but to have a window there, then what's next you can do?
Cover with the curtains.
Yes.
Exactly. Or
Okay.
a blind.
Or
And
blinds.
then you also
Yeah.
notice there's also a round clock behind.
Yes.
Okay, so that means B layout, there's a double no.
Yes.
Okay, double no. One no is the window, second no is the clock. Okay,
Okay.
clear up to this point.
Yes.
All right, now C could be a bit tricky C. Look at C.
Okay.
Anything wrong with C?
The
How do you
whiteboard.
feel? Wow, what's with the whiteboard?
So whiteboard can be movement because people had to go and write things on the whiteboard. Am I correct?
Okay, you make sense though. You make sense. All right. So any other thing with the whiteboard? Why is it that it's a no?
It can be reflective as well.
Very good. Very good. So most of the whiteboard are white color, so it tend to be more glossy and reflective. So you're probably able to see the reflection of your own movement. Okay, of your
I
own
see.
movement. So yeah, so that is also creating a reflected movement. So it's no. Can you detect
Okay.
there's a second no there also?
Movement wise, or the
Mhm.
photocopying machine. Yeah.
That's right. Very good. The copier because it's movement also. So if you're putting it behind it, you're creating movement. Despite having a wall, if you put a printer there or a copier there, it's also a no.
Okay.
Okay, so for C, there's also a double no. Number one no is the
Mhm.
whiteboard. Number two no is the printer or the copier.
Okay, so for picture C is no whiteboard, no photocopier, because whiteboard can also be reflective, so it will reflect movement. So also consider movement at the back of you. And then
That's right.
photocopier because the machine will generate energy and start photocopying, and that also is considered movement, correct?
Yes, yes. Because if you have copier there, you have printer there, you're also inviting people to go behind you, right? Because when they
Yeah.
print,
Oh,
they have to go
what
to your
about
back.
the water dispenser beside the whiteboard?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Okay. Water dispenser, if it's at the back,
Yeah.
because right now, based on this picture, it seems to be at the front. Okay. Now,
Oh, okay.
right. So if it's at the back, it's also no, because you're also inviting people to go to your back to to get some water. And when you're
So
pressing the lever to get the water, the water inside the drum is actually
Yeah.
swirling down. Yeah, that's also creating water movement.
yes.
Okay.
On the other hand, if it is in front of you, then that's fine.
Okay.
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 And I
I'm glad
also
that you
think
asked me
that
this question.
I'm also thinking that if let's say if it's in front, you can also see who is in front, let's say photocopying or taking water. But if it's at the back, then tendency is sometimes if you're focused on work or you're just not attentive, you might not even know who's at your back. You're not trying to say that kind of feeling.
Yes. Yes. If you're
Yeah.
too engrossed at your work, you won't know
Yeah.
who's behind you also. Huh? Okay.
Which I
So
also
that is
feel
no.
that can be quite shocking at times. Yeah.
To discover someone is standing above your
Yeah.
neck, is
Oh,
it?
you're taking water. Oh, why is the water sound? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So it's actually we don't want people to be behind us lah.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
so to speak. But of course, at the workplace, we have no choice lah.
Mm.
Most of the workplace now are open concept, so no choice. All right. So even though let's say talk about open concept, if you have a choice, let's say you're given a choice to pick one of those desks. For example, if you are shifting office or you're going to have a full renovation, then a full revamp of the sitting place, and you have a choice to pick. Now you know how to pick your work desk at workplace.
Yeah.
Avoid door, avoid window, avoid whiteboard, avoid printer, things like that. To be at the back lah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So okay, let's move on. Let's look at D. I'm just showing you a typical kind of various patterns lah. That my client and
Okay.
student tend to show me that, hey, this is my work desk. Now, how do you think? Okay, look at
Okay.
D.
Quite common also.
Very common.
Yeah. So
Very common,
D, we
right?
can see photo frames, shelves, and also I think there's an aircon, right?
Air conditioning.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, air conditioning unit. Yes, that's right. So is it okay?
Well, aircon blows air.
I
Cold
think
air.
there's movement, right? When they
Yeah.
adjust the direction of the wind. Am I correct?
Yes. It's movement also because you have wind blowing at you, so you are actually creating wind movement. Or if you have the water cooler, there is water movement, right? So aircon behind you is wind movement, air
Wind
movement.
Okay.
So you have movement. Okay, you have movement behind you, despite having a solid wall, but you still have movement behind you, which is again a no.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So no. Okay. So no aircon behind. Picture. We'll talk about picture. The next one at E. All right. So
Okay.
let's go to E. Is E? Do you feel E is okay? Looks nice, right? You have a waterfall behind you. Nice. Do you feel it's
So-
okay?
And the clock as well.
And the clock as well. That's right, Nicholas.
Okay.
So is this setup okay?
No.
I think
Okay, what's wrong?
waterfall maybe symbolism because waterfall ma, so this
The-
waterfall means there's water movement coming, like it looks more like from top to bottom flowing, so that's considered movement as well, although it's not actually moving, but it's
Symbolism.
symbolism lah.
Very good, Stacy. Very good, Nicholas. Yes, it's symbolism. Even though it's a still picture, the water is actually not moving, but because it's a waterfall, so it people when people look at it, they will have to assume that water is actually flowing down, all right,
Yeah.
flowing down and behind you, all right.
But
So
then
behind you.
actually the clock, right, it's not exactly behind where the person is sitting, but is it considered not good? It's like more to the left side.
Yeah.
Okay. Is considered at your back.
It's still considered the right.
Yes. So
Okay.
for example, when I ask you this question,
Mm.
where is the clock in relation to where you sit? How would you answer me?
Where is the clock in relation? It's at your
To where
backing.
you sit. See, you're
It's at
telling
your
me it's
back.
at your back, you see? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's still consider your back.
Okay.
Okay. Then what
Okay?
about this storage or the shelving? So
Okay.
is that a significance?
Yes. Yes, it does. It does.
Okay.
Very good question, Nicholas. Yes. Storage like this, a tall cabinet like this, a storage. Now, what does it symbolize?
Storage.
Storage. Okay,
Yeah.
storage some more. It
Uh,
also
mm.
looks like another mountain.
Okay. So
Okay,
okay.
and mountain is not movable. All
Hmm.
right,
Mm, mm,
and
mm.
this not movable items is at the back of you when you sit down.
I
So
see.
would that be good or would that be bad?
Good.
Good. Okay, so it's good to have a wardrobe behind you also. Okay,
Okay.
especially on your left side. On your left side,
So
where
like
you sit.
bookshelves, maybe at home, most likely you can have like a bookshelf at the back of you, or like what you say, a wardrobe. So that is good because it's people don't usually move wardrobe as and when, right? Because it's heavy and it's like, yeah.
Hmm.
Most of the time, it's built in as well.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So
just
yeah. Yes, Nicholas.
so what if right? If we need to have a backing and we don't have any free wall to put as a backing, can we just throw in a bookshelf behind us to say that is our makeshift wall? Can we do something like that, or is just too out of the way?
Yes. Yes, you can. Now let me elaborate a little bit on the bookshelf.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually two types lah. One is a closed door bookshelf lah.
Mm,
Closed door means all are covered lah with doors,
mm,
and you cannot see what you have put things inside lah. So this I call it closed door bookshelf.
mm,
The other one is open. Open is like what you see on this slide here. Is open where you can see what books you put there, or if it's not books, then what items you put there.
okay.
Okay, or partial. Partial means half covered, half not covered. Now I'm not worried about the covered bookshelf.
Mm,
Okay, because when you cover it up, you don't get to see what's inside. It's fine.
mm,
Okay.
But the moment it's exposed to your visual, that means it's not covered. Whatever you place on the bookshelf, it has energies, and we have to be careful what we are placing there. Because I keep telling my clients and students that whatever you display is what you're going to invite to show up in your life.
Mm.
All right, symbolism. So just be careful lah. So if you're just putting books, your filings, it's fine, okay. But if you start to put like decorative items like figurines, like animals, like because this year is a rat year, you put a rat there, something like that. Or next year is an ox year, so you put a ox figurine there. Then be careful because all these things has energies.
yeah.
All right?
Okay. So like so all these are considered like symbolism. Whatever you put there, you're inviting into your life. So for example, you put things like a skull, that doesn't have that good vibe. So then and it's exposed, so it's not good. So if let's say your shelf is open, you have to be mindful of what you place on the shelf, correct?
That's right. That's right. I've
Okay.
seen people putting skull, like what you mentioned, putting skull. Okay, putting skull. I'm not sure why they want to put a skull there. And then I also
No, some
seen
even like
people.
Sesame Street figurine that looks is Sesame Street is the very kind, very fun, right? But half of it you can see the internal part of it. Yeah.
Those artistic.
Artistic, like they
Artistic.
consider artistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I've seen people placing a broken heart, a heart shape that's
Yeah.
broken, okay, cracked with cracks, and then it's black color heart. They display that, is sending out very very bad vibes lah.
Yes.
So it can relate to, if you display that, it can relate to, for example, something that's very sad that might happen, or
Yeah.
something that will break your heart, or relationship problem and things like that. So all these things is what we don't want to invite to show up. So if you don't want
Yes.
it to show up, then the best thing is don't display all these things lah.
I think I also seen the motivational poster, something about determination, but then it's a guy hanging off a cliff.
No,
No,
cliffhanger. Ah.
yeah.
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 But
The
it's a
words are okay.
motivational. Yeah, the words are okay, but it's the picture. But then again, some people say, oh, because this is like, you're able to hang on even at the last moment. Like
Right,
they
right,
perceive it differently, lah. Yeah.
right. The words are okay, but the visual is not okay. We are visual animals. Sorry to say we are as well, animals. But we are visual creatures, which means that whatever comes into our eyes, okay, picture theory, it carries more energy.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have a cliffhanger kind of picture, right?
Yes.
So what it means is that even though you have determination, you still have to go through that cliffhanger kind of situation.
Yeah.
Why would you want to invite that to show up in your life?
Yeah.
Well, because we have no knowledge, now that we have, we will definitely not put it up.
Right. Okay,
There's
that's
knowledge
good. Okay.
deficit. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay. So a lot of people also like to put up 山水画.山水画, mountain, river kind of picture, like what you see on the E, picture E.
Yeah.
Like for example, this is a waterfall. Now, I would not want to put it above our head as well.
Okay.
Okay, it's like the symbol, the vibes. Is like your boss or your superior pouring cold water on you. In Chinese it's called 泼冷水.
Okay. So a
Ah.
typical picture like this, which is commonly found with a mountain and waterfall, and you put it behind your back, it can mean
And above you.
and above you. Okay. So that means your boss pour 冷水. Oh, okay. Wow, very interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Symbolic. So what it means, if let's say you're in a meeting, in a department meeting, and everyone is supposed to come up with ideas how to improve sales, how to improve revenues and things like that. No matter how good your ideas you think you have, when you bring it up during the meeting, your boss will say it's lousy.
No recognition.
No recognition. So how hurtful will that be? And that will dampen your motivation to speak up the next time.
So let me
Okay,
just type
so-
it to the audience. So typical picture of a mountain and waterfall, correct? Combination, right?
Mountain is still okay, but it's the waterfall.
So is it a typical picture of a mountain and waterfall? That
No.
means having both?
Not both, but what's more important is the one waterfall.
Ah,
above your
okay. So having a picture of a waterfall at your back, correct?
Yes, and above
Whoa.
you, above your head.
What about rivers? Does that count as well?
Yes, that
Rivers,
counts.
lake.
That counts as well, because river, lake, ocean, all these movement, or you have ocean whereby you see people serving wakeboard. All these are movement as well. We don't want that.
So any
We do that.
water or any movement behind you or above your head is bad.
It's bad, even
Okay.
though it's a still picture.
Okay.
Okay, so when I say like this, a typical picture of waterfall at your back and above your head could symbolize, example, your boss pour cold water on your ideas.
Yes, on
so-
whatever you do.
Okay, so on whatever you do, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, sure. So I think
Yeah, that is a very important feature.
yeah, so thank you so much for sharing with us now that
No
we know.
problem.
Yeah.
My pleasure. That's why
Okay.
it's very important. No? Now that you have a chance to work from home, you have a chance to design your own workplace. Do it well.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. F.
Sure.
F. All right. So we already know that the printer is the no, right? At the back, no. Water cooler, water dispenser. If it's in front, it's okay. If it's at the back, then it's not okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. What do you think about the mirror thing?
Okay, we type down our answer. We will show it to everybody.
Oh, okay.
No
That's fast.
mirror,
All right.
as it is reflective and considered movement.
Very good.
Similar
Very
to a
good.
whiteboard lah.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So it's important to know the concepts. And all these
Okay.
concepts are very easy because sometimes they are just grandmother tales, Oh, you cannot have this, you cannot have that, Sometimes all these are, grandmother tales,
Mm.
but they have certain reasoning behind why they say what they say.
Yeah.
And a lot of times is based on 易经 reasoning.
True.
Okay.
I
Okay,
think also
but we don't know.
a lot is common sense. Even people don't know what eating like. That's why I mentioned you have things at the back that people have to go and retrieve, like taking water and photocopying now and then it's at your back. Like you yourself can also feel that yeah, you don't even
It's
know it's
uncomfortable lah.
uncomfortable. Like if you actually take time to, feel it while it's
Mm,
there, and when people
yes,
actually move behind you, sometimes you cannot even keep track. You cannot be looking back while you've been doing your work and stuff. So yeah, I
exactly.
think it's something that we all know, but yet don't know somehow,
Mm,
or don't care, or yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
yes. So you probably might be already be doing it,
yeah,
but you don't know until
mm,
someone pointed out to you. This is actually what it says in the 易经 text, that you shouldn't have, water behind, mirror behind, things like that.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Master Yo, now
Sorry,
that
one
you have said so
second.
much, yeah,
Okay, so if we look picture C and picture F, now we have a trash can or waste paper basket.
Mm,
Yeah, um
mm.
so what does it symbolize? Is it good to have? Is it
mm,
good to be exposed, or what's your opinion about it?
Okay, symbolically speaking, trash can means you throw away unwanted things.
Mm-hmm.
So
mm,
if you showed it up, that kind of vibes will show up, lah. All right. But
Okay.
work desk, especially at your workplace, for example, at your office workplace, trash bin is something that everyone will have.
Okay.
mm,
Agree, okay.
yes.
So if let's say we don't want to display it, the best way is to hide it under your table,
So
out
out
of
of
sight,
sight, out of mind,
out of sight. Yes, out of sight.
or put
Okay.
it
Don't
further away
don't
from you.
don't put it behind you.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
If let's say behind means your boss support, what kind of support will they be giving you if you have a trash bin behind you?
rubbish support.
Rubbish support.
Bluntly speaking.
Yes,
Okay.
bluntly speaking. Bluntly speaking. Okay, so that's good. So you know that, you know that. So best is to keep it out of sight. I mean, tuck somewhere, one corner under the table.
Mm.
But of
So
course,
not
at home you
not
don't need a
exposed. Mm.
don't expose. At home you don't need a trash bin. At home you can always walk to the kitchen and throw lah.
Okay.
Or
So
throw directly into the big bin, so there's no
Into the
trash.
big bin. Yes, yes, yes. I don't need a trash bin. Where I'm working, I can always make few steps, go to the kitchen and throw
Directly lah.
directly.
okay.
That's right.
Do
Okay.
you want to show?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're just thinking that since you mentioned about this, we just thought of showing the audience a little bit of our room, where the work desk that we have set up, and maybe you can give us some advice and whether we can improve what we have right now. So is that
Okay,
okay,
good.
Master Yo? Yeah.
Yes, I'll be glad to. Yes, yes.
So maybe Nicholas can sit here, and then I'll move forward. Okay, so we're using our webcam to show everyone.
Yes, give us a second.
So you just
Okay,
tell me
yes.
how to- Should I go up or down?
Just go lower a bit. Yeah, slightly higher. All right, it's great. It's
Okay,
great.
so it's something like that.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
Master, do you have any comments?
Maybe
Right.
go lower a bit and just show the base.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see very clearly. Okay, very good. Very good. You have the
Nice.
fundamental right.
Yeah.
Okay, you have the fundamental right. Number one, you have a solid backing behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, solid behind you. And on your left, I presume is the window, is it? Because you have
Yeah,
curtain
that's
there.
right. That's the window.
All right.
Usually covered
Okay,
with
so
curtains. Yeah.
very good, very good. Very good. So if you have a window on your left, cover it with the curtain or blind. That's good. So that one you get it right also. Yes, I saw that you have Chinese calligraphy there behind you.
Yeah.
The wording, it says 身心健康. Okay, these are good vibes. These are good vibes wordings that you can put behind you. Right? So it's good. So rather than putting waterfall, yeah, this is good. This is a good choice. Okay, so
Okay.
well done for your fundamentals. for your work desk. Fundamentals, well done. But just now I noticed something. Can you shift the camera a bit to your left, Stacy? Yes. Okay. That's the way. Okay. So I saw that your work desk is a L shape.
Yes.
Yes, so you stand a bit.
Yes. So your L is on your right side.
Show the table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right side.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they couldn't shift it to the other side. It's fixed like that.
I see.
So there's a small gap here.
Small gap there. Okay. Now, this is something that for more advanced kind of setup, this is what I will usually talk about lah. But since you're showing me your desk, I will tell you areas that you can improve further.
Okay.
Okay. So number one is that your L should be on your left lah, instead of on your right. That's
Okay.
number one.
So down here, L shape.
That's right.
L shape.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. So your
Okay.
right side should have free and easy access in and out.
So this over here does not exist. Okay.
Okay. So if let's say this desk has been configured that you cannot flip it over, it has to be on your right side. Then
I
what you
see.
can do is that you shift the table forward a bit.
I see.
Okay,
Okay.
forward a bit so that the gap that you go in and out become wider.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
one improvement that we can make.
Alright.
Yes, that's number one. Then the second thing I saw on the L side also, there's
Yeah.
this little item. Is this a paper roll?
Yes.
Okay. So this paper roll, what the? So okay,
Okay.
yes.
All right, because just now yes, okay, thank you, Nicholas. Because I saw this paper roll on your right side, and just now when you show me your left side is nothing but just a plain curtain.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
it means your right side become higher than your left side.
Oh, okay.
We don't want that. We want your left side to be higher than your right side.
I see.
So if
okay.
you need the paper roll on your work desk, then I'll suggest this paper roll, shift it to your left side if you have the space.
I see. Okay.
Otherwise, don't put it there.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so these are two areas of improvement.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, so this is our mini work desk. So thank you, Master Yo, for sharing these tips with us.
No problem. My pleasure. Thanks for sharing your work desk as well.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too messy for everybody. Anyway, okay, Sakura's here. She would like to say hi.
Hey, hello, Sakura. Hello.
And that's the thing about working from home. Also, your child may be home, and I mean we're not working now, but maybe around to join you at
Right.
time. Yeah,
Right, and enjoy the family bonding as well.
yeah, and multitasking.
Multitasking. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So I hope this this little life hack. Okay. You all can the audience or listener can pick this up, and then you can do it straight away lah. Today is Sunday, tomorrow is a working day. So after this talk show, you can quickly go and re-examine your workplace, and then do the necessary adjustment lah. So that tomorrow when you start work, you are power. You have the power, right?
Yes, and I think it's very simple. It's just finding a wall backing, and not having unsuitable things like what you have showed in the pictures A to F. Yeah, that anything considered a movement, correct?
That's right. All right. So, if you want even more power, then you apply the same rules.
Hello, Marcelo.
Hello. So you apply the same rules to your sofa and the bed.
Okay.
Okay.
Same rules
So make it
apply.
even more powerful. So just to share, this is just one of the case study that I help my clients. This is just one of it lah. That I just want to share with everyone is that she was told that she'll be retrenched lah. Okay, she'll be told she'll be retrenched, but she's also the breadwinner for the whole family, entire family. So she got very worried. The husband got very worried. So they came to me and asked whether I can help. I said, of course I can. Okay. So we went down to her place. I helped her to set up her resilient mode at home. I mean, doing things like wall behind, and then wall behind the bed also, because their bed behind was not a wall. It's an empty space behind their bed. So we have them shift. So that was done during over the weekend. So when the weekday came, she went back to work. Her boss, her immediate boss, told her that management changed their mind about retrenching her. So she get to keep the job.
Sakura, do you hear that? Did you hear that? Just do simple tips,
Yes.
simple, practical, doable, and then something good happens.
Yes. So this is how eating can help us in our daily life. I mean, even though you've been told that you might be retrenched, might be, but there are things that you can do to help your chance of being not retrenched. Helping the chance of increasing your chance of not being retrenched. So limiting damage. This is what I call limiting damage. All right. Okay. So just share one of the many cases that I have.
Sure.
Okay.
So all in all, my message to everyone is that since you're already working from home, then be the architect of your own career resiliency. Don't shortchange yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yes, this is just one life hack that anyone can do, anytime, even after the talk show.
Yeah. So anywhere. Oh, you have one question about if someone doesn't have work there.
Oh yeah, that's right. If someone doesn't have any work desk, like for example, people who works as a nurse or people who work as a service line industry, I mean, what could they do?
Okay. Now, if you're in the service line, for example, F&B, whereby you are serving customer, taking orders from customers, sometimes you have no choice, because most of the time, let's say in the restaurant setting, customers will be sitting down, you'll be standing, taking orders. So in that kind of situation, you have no choice, because this will be your working setting. But if let's say for whatever reason you need to go back room to do some admin work, right? Then always find a place with solid backing to sit down and do your work. That is service line. Now, if let's say you're in the industry of, for example, you have to meet clients outside. For example, salesman, for example, insurance consultant, things like that, where you'll be meeting clients outside in a cafe setting. Then my advice to you is go to the cafe earlier than your client. All right. Then you go in there, find a good spot to sit down first. Take up the commanding position first. What is the commanding position? I'm sure by now you should know, is to find a seat where when you sit down, you have a solid backing behind you.
Yes, have a solid wall at your back.
Yes, so do what you can. Okay, these are the small little tricks here and there. Everybody can use it. And the best thing is when you use it, nobody knows you are using it.
Okay.
Okay? Right.
Okay.
So, of course, having said that, I always ask my clients and students that are they okay to be the collateral damage of COVID-19? Now, when I say collateral damage, what I mean is that because of COVID-19, it brought along many other consequences. Like for example, company having cash flow problem, therefore they have to think about pay cut, therefore they have to think about retrenchment, things like that. And then for those self-employed, they are also hit badly. For those in the gig industry, also they are hit badly. Okay, because everybody's tightening their belt and things like that. So it's like a domino effect.
Yes.
When one thing happens, it just leads to another, and then who will be at the receiving end? Would you want to be that little figurine, the little lady there, in the slides where you are at the receiving end? So this is usually why I ask my clients but if I ask you, I'm sure you say you don't want right? So that is why it is very important to learn some kind of eating system to build up your career resiliency so that you can thrive even during crisis.
Okay.
Okay. So that is why that is why I come up with this career resiliency workshop.
Okay, so is this a career resiliency, the eating secret to thrive in the game? Okay, so I think you had this before, right? A few years back.
Yes, in
In
2018, that was my
2018.
yes. It was
Yeah.
first time I came up with this and I pushed out
Yes.
this workshop.
Okay.
Why I pushed out that one in 2018 was that because during that time when I was reading the energy trend for the coming few years, that means 2019, 2020 and things like that, I've noted that the way the energy goes, career resiliency become a very important attributes that every one of us should have.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
that's
you're
why I push it
bringing
out.
back this year on the 9th of January, correct? This is
That's
Saturday,
right.
5
Due
p.m.
to popular request, I'm bringing this back during 9 January 2021, sorry.
2021, correct?
Yeah, 2021. So because of COVID-19,
Yeah.
this workshop will be held online, live online, maybe something like this, where I will be showing everyone how to build their career resiliency using the exact system, the eating system
So
that my
beside what
clients, yeah.
so beside what you shared today, is there anything we can expect that can actually really help us? I mean, for your this workshop.
Oh, sure, of course. Because whatever I shared just now is just tip of the iceberg. There are many more things that you can do to build up your, I call it the resilient mode. I mean your
Okay.
fortress to be even more solid. Okay. So this is what you're going to learn during this 3-hour workshop. Number one,
Okay.
get proper eating guidance on how you can rise up the corporate ladder like Jack Ma.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a skill to know how to climb up the corporate ladder. Okay.
Yes.
Why I say that is a skill is that because throughout the whole corporate ladder climbing, there are a lot of trapdoors along the way. And nobody is going to tell you where are all the trapdoors and how the trapdoors look like. But in eating system, it tells you how your path is going to be like. And at each phase of your path, how would your trapdoor is going to look like. So you will learn how to discover, how you can outsmart the trapdoors hidden along the way, and these trapdoors are there to derail you lah. Okay, so I'm sure you have seen people very promising, very aspiring kind of young leaders when they came out in the early stage, because they don't know how to climb the corporate ladder well. They run into a trapdoor, they get derailed at the very young stage of their career ladder.
Oh,
This is pretty
okay.
unfortunate lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what you're gonna learn, and then you're also gonna learn what successful people do with their work desk. And I've just shared only one life hack with you today only, but there are many more hacks that you can do to make your work desk even stronger and more powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The key thing is how to set up your workshop, a work desk, so they can get connected to the unlimited universal power source.
Okay.
So I think at the end of the day, I think what we would say is a very holistic approach. It's not only talking about internal, about mindset. I think career resiliency course out there is just telling you, like very textbook style of, how you should be upgrading yourself, keeping yourself relevant. But that's it. And I think everyone has a very unique life path. So I would say that what you can offer to us is a holistic approach.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Very, very good way to put it is holistic approach, because mindset. I'm not saying it's wrong to have a good mindset, because it's very important to have a good mindset.
Yes.
But
Correct.
career resilience is more than just a good mindset.
Yes, because there are so
Yeah.
many rebounding factors, like you say, work desk, and then what's around your work desk, what's on your back, and to be mindful of your surrounding, and I'm sure many more that you share in your course, correct?
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Okay. So what you're going to learn further is how you can position yourself as the most valuable employee and get recognized for your good work. I'm sure everybody's looking for that, right? To get recognized for your good work, get paid duly, get recognized, get promoted, and the
Get
last
big
thing you want,
bonus.
Yeah, and good bonus. The last thing you want to get yourself into is that when management is considering who to get promoted, you are not in that list. That's the last thing you want to get into yourself into. Okay, so then also you learn how to troubleshoot your career in 3 easy steps. Sometime along the way, you're going to face issues. Definitely, everybody will face issues. So, for example, overstress, burnout, or you're having problem with your staff, or you're having problem with your boss. So, in that workshop, I'll show you how you can troubleshoot where is the problem in your work desk, and how can you solve it and flip it over to your advantage. Okay, so you'll be like a pro after the workshop, huh? And last but not least, it's a bonus module there, is that for those who are planning to change job even during COVID-19, or those who get retrenched, jobless now, planning to find themselves a job, okay, and then rejoin back the workforce. Yes, that bonus module is for you. We'll show you how to reload your career, also in 3 easy steps. And there are many more that I won't be listing out all here.
Sure,
So
sure.
these are what you're going to learn during the 3-hour workshop.
I think that would be very useful.
Yes,
Very useful.
definitely.
And even if people who hasn't had the right preparation for this kind of situation we are in, it's also not too late. Yeah.
Yes, it's
So I
never
think
too
that's
late.
most important to know. It's still not too late. Something that you can do, like even simple things like the wall at your back, or, on your back of your work desk. I think that's something that we can get it done even like within like 5 to 10 seconds. Just look for a wall and sit there.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's like the client that I shared with you just now, who was retrenched and then later not retrenched. Yeah, she was not prepared, but it happened. All right, so we help her to get, it's never too late for her to get get her resilience built up from scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so now in case what I'm offering to this workshop is for those who have already signed up for 2018 workshop before. They can come back and attend the online event for free. That's for the alumni. Okay, but for new students who are keen to join me for this workshop, this is what I have prepared for them, because in partnership with you, Nixie Talk Show,
Yes.
that the usual price for this is 484, but because for listeners and audience of Nixie Talk Show, they can sign up for $29.
Wow. Very,
Oh,
very
that's
good.
very
deal.
good.
Yeah, and on top of that, they get to have lifetime access to the recorded videos after the workshop. So that
Yeah.
means if you miss out certain points or you forget certain points, you can always watch back over and over again at the comfort of your own home.
Okay.
I think the lifelong refresher is also something that we will be able to enjoy,
Yeah.
because you're alumni, like you mentioned in the previous slide, meaning that if there's something, if you repeated the course, but of course with new information, we can still join and have a refresher.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yes. It's a lifelong refresher. Yes, exactly. So this is always my training objective, lah. I mean, to make sure whoever join in, who are serious in learning, they can learn it lifelong, lah.
Yeah, and that is also one of the reasons why for Nick and I, we want to share with you guys is that, to show you that there's more to what's out there, the typical, Korean resiliency or any other causes, and something that's more holistic. And if you're willing to listen and there may be something in it for you, lah, per se.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so in addition, I added in this more perks. Additional perks is that if let's say 2 or more sign up together, then instead of $29 per pax,
Yeah.
it will be $25 per pax.
Okay. Okay.
So for single person sign up, they can go to this scan the QR code. They will
Yes.
bring them to the sign up page.
Yes.
But for 2 or more, because it's a special arrangement for Nixie Talk Show audience, then WhatsApp me directly. Then I will process the sign up manually for them.
Okay, so we'll put all these details down in the description box. So any one of you interested to sign up, other than watching the video, you can actually see the details like that's required. Yeah. So get all your
Thank you very
friends,
much.
join us on 9th of January 2021 on a Saturday 2 to 5 p.m. And we can actually learn much more than what we have shared with you today.
Thank you.
Okay, so sorry about the commotion. So my daughter is crying right now, so Nick is outside coaxing her. So I hope you guys have enjoyed what we have shared with you. A very simple tip, and it's as simple as that. Really nothing rocket science. You read a whole book or a whole chapter just to understand what it is. Something is very practical. I think that's what we all want. Something is practical and effective, right, Master Yo?
Yes, that's right. I always strive to teach something that is easy to do, simple to understand, and is effective.
Yes. Okay, so thank you so much, Master Yu, for your time. We really appreciate it for you coming into our show and sharing with us tips with our audiences and our friends. So, anything else you want to share with us before we end off this session?
Oh, I just want to thank you and Nicholas for inviting me over to your talk show to share about this career resilience. And to the audience out there, it's never too late to build up your career resiliency. And I welcome and I hope to see all of you during the career resiliency workshop that is scheduled on 9 January 2021. It's between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., 3 hours.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
it's an online, it's an online workshop. So I think it's easier. You can just switch on your handphone or even your laptop, and you can watch it with us. So okay, Ken. So thank you so much, Master Yo. So all this we'll put in the description box. So look out for it and have a great Sunday. I think it's raining now. So yeah, a cool Sunday evening.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Master Yo. Thank you for your
Okay.
time. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.